Welcome back to the SunTrust Foundation channel, the perfect place for entrepreneurs like you to learn, grow, and connect with fellow entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Today, we're going beyond spreadsheets and marketing plans to explore something much more human,
Okay.
the art of storytelling and why it's crucial for entrepreneurial success.
Yeah.
We've got some insightful material from a course on storytelling for entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay.
So consider this your crash course in persuasive communication.
It's interesting how we often think of business as a world of logic and data.
Yeah.
But the truth is, humans are emotional creatures.
Right.
And stories, well, they're the key to unlocking those emotions and driving decisions in a way that pure data just can't.
Okay, that's a really intriguing point.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all heard the phrase, facts tell, but stories sell.
Right.
But why is that? What's going on in our brains when we hear a compelling story?
Neuroscience has actually revealed some fascinating insights into this.
Okay.
When we're presented with dry facts, only certain parts of our brain light up. But when we're immersed in a story, it's like our entire brain comes alive.
Wow.
Vivid descriptions engage our sensory cortex, making us feel like we're experiencing the events firsthand.
Oh, wow.
And the emotional peaks and valleys of a story trigger the release of dopamine, a
Interesting.
neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward.
So it's not just about entertainment, it's actually changing our brain chemistry.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me which parts of the brain are most affected.
Well, the amygdala, which processes emotions, gets fired up, helping us connect with the characters and their experiences.
Okay.
And the hippocampus, which is crucial for memory formation, kicks into high gear,
Right.
making those stories stick with us long after we've heard them.
Oh, wow.
So from an entrepreneurial perspective,
Yeah.
this means a well-crafted story can make your pitch more memorable, more persuasive, and ultimately more successful.
Okay.
What do you think about this so far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It makes you realize how much more impactful storytelling can be compared to just throwing facts and figures at someone.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, does that mean data isn't important anymore?
Right.
Should we just ditch the spreadsheets and focus on crafting compelling narratives?
Not at all.
Okay.
Data still plays a vital role, especially in the business world.
Okay.
It provides credibility and backs up the claims you make in your story.
Oh?
Think of it as a powerful duo.
Okay.
Stories create the emotional connection, painting a picture of the possibilities,
Yeah.
while data provides the logical foundation and reinforces your message.
I see. So it's about finding the right balance.
Exactly.
The perfect blend of heart and mind. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like building a house.
Okay.
The story is the beautiful facade that draws people in,
Yeah.
while the data is the strong foundation that ensures it can stand the test of time.
Okay. So we've established that storytelling is powerful.
Right.
But what makes a great story, especially in a business context, is there a secret formula?
Yeah.
Or are we just relying on natural charisma?
Well, charisma certainly helps.
Sure.
There are definitely key elements that contribute to a captivating story.
Okay.
First and foremost, you need a relatable hero.
Okay.
This could be your customer, your company itself, or even your team.
Okay.
It's about presenting someone the audience can identify with, someone they can root for.
Right. So it's not just about showcasing your product or service.
Yeah.
It's about highlighting the people who are impacted by it.
Right.
That makes it more human, more relatable. What else is essential?
You need a compelling conflict that hooks your audience.
Okay.
This is the problem you're trying to solve, the challenge your hero is facing.
Right.
It creates tension and makes the audience invested in the outcome.
It's like setting the stage for a great movie.
Yeah.
You've got to create that initial intrigue, that sense of, oh no, what's going to happen?
Exactly.
That keeps people on the edge of their seats.
Precisely. Once you've established the conflict, you need to present a satisfying resolution.
Oh.
This is where you introduce your solution, your product, service, or innovative approach,
Okay.
and demonstrate its impact.
Right.
It's about showing how your hero overcomes the challenge and emerges triumphant.
So it's not just about fixing a problem.
Uh-huh.
It's about showcasing the positive change, the transformation that occurs as a result.
Right.
It's about painting a picture of a better future.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And that's where the final element comes in the transformation.
Okay.
This is where you highlight the positive change achieved because of your solution.
Right.
It's about showing how things improved, how the hero's life or business is better off than before.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about this structure? It will be great if you share your views in the comments below.
It's such a simple yet powerful framework.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about the narrative arc of your business and how you can use storytelling to connect with your audience on a deeper level.
Mm.
But I'm wondering, are there any specific frameworks or structures that entrepreneurs can use to guide them in crafting their stories?
Right.
I mean, not everyone is a natural-born storyteller.
Absolutely. One popular and effective framework is the hero's journey,
Yeah.
a narrative archetype that describes the common stages of a hero's adventure.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool for structuring your business narrative because it taps into universal themes of struggle, transformation, and triumph.
That sounds fascinating. Could you break down the hero's journey for us?
Yeah,
I'd love to understand how entrepreneurs can apply it to their own businesses.
sure. In the hero's journey, your business itself becomes the hero.
Okay.
You start by depicting the ordinary world,
Uh-huh.
which is the current state of affairs,
Right.
the status quo before the challenge arises.
Okay.
Then comes the call to adventure,
Okay.
which is the problem or opportunity that disrupts that status quo.
Okay.
Think of it as the spark that ignites the hero's journey.
Okay, so for a small business owner struggling with inventory management, the ordinary world might be feeling overwhelmed by manual processes.
Right.
And the call to adventure could be the realization that they need a more efficient solution.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then you move on to the refusal of the call.
Okay.
This is where the hero initially hesitates,
Right.
perhaps doubting their ability to overcome the challenge.
Okay.
They might be afraid of change or unsure if a solution even exists.
Right.
In our example, the business owner might resist adopting new technology or
yeah.
feel like they can't afford to invest in a better system.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
It acknowledges the very real fears and doubts that entrepreneurs face, making the story even more relatable.
Right.
So what happens next?
Well, this is where the meeting with the mentor comes in.
Okay.
This is where your solution, your product or service enters the picture.
Okay.
You become the guide, the helper, the mentor who empowers the hero to overcome their challenges.
Right.
Your expertise, your innovative approach becomes the tool that equips them for the journey ahead.
So in our example, this is where the entrepreneur discovers an inventory management software that promises to simplify their life and streamline their operations.
Precisely.
The light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
the answer to their prayers.
And then comes the journey itself.
Okay.
This is the phase where the hero, armed with the mentor's guidance and tools, faces challenges, learns valuable lessons, and ultimately grows and transforms.
Mhm.
It's about highlighting the steps the entrepreneur takes to implement your solution and the positive changes they experience along the way.
This is where you showcase the value of your product or service,
Yeah.
how it helps the hero overcome those obstacles and achieve their goals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And every journey has its climax.
Right.
This is the pivotal moment where the hero faces their greatest challenge and the true power of the solution is revealed.
Okay.
It's the moment of truth, the point of no return.
So for our entrepreneur, this might be the busy holiday season
Mm-hmm.
where they're able to effortlessly manage a surge in orders and avoid the chaos and stress of previous years,
Right.
all thanks to the inventory management software they implemented.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this leads to the transformation.
Sure, okay.
A happy ending where the hero emerges victorious, their life or business forever changed for the better.
Right.
In our example, the entrepreneur is now more efficient, less stressed, and able to focus on growing their business instead of being bogged down by manual tasks.
It's a truly satisfying resolution.
Yeah.
And the final stage.
The final stage is the return.
Okay.
This is where the hero returns to their ordinary world, but they're not the same person they were before.
Okay.
They've grown, they've learned, they've transformed.
Right.
This is where you highlight the lasting impact of your solution,
Okay.
how it continues to benefit the hero and potentially others around them.
Right.
For instance, the entrepreneur might share their success story, inspiring other small business owners to adopt similar solutions.
It's about demonstrating the ripple effect, the positive change that extends beyond the individual hero.
Mm-hmm.
This hero's journey framework is truly insightful.
It is.
I can see how it can help entrepreneurs craft compelling narratives that resonate with their audiences.
It's a timeless structure that taps into our innate desire for stories of overcoming challenges and achieving success.
Yeah.
And in the business world, it can be the key to captivating your audience and making your message unforgettable.
Absolutely.
Now let's pause for a moment.
Okay.
If you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe to the SunTrust Foundation channel for more insightful content like this.
Yes, definitely do that.
We're dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs like you.
Absolutely. And we love hearing from you.
Yeah.
So if you have any thoughts or questions about the hero's journey or storytelling in general, drop them in the comments below.
Yeah. Good idea.
We're eager to hear your perspectives.
Absolutely.
But we've only just scratched the surface of this fascinating topic.
Right.
Let's move on to another crucial aspect of storytelling, the visuals. I mean, we all know that a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Right.
So how can entrepreneurs make their stories visually engaging and memorable?
Visuals are absolutely essential.
Yeah.
Especially in today's visually driven world.
Right.
Think about it. We're bombarded with images and videos constantly.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're trying to capture attention and convey a message,
Yeah.
visuals can be your most powerful tool.
Okay.
And this is especially true when it comes to presentations and pitch decks.
So it's not just about having a great story.
Right.
It's about how you present it visually.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what are some practical tips entrepreneurs can use to make their visual storytelling more effective?
One of the biggest mistakes I see is people overloading their slides with too much text or data.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're trying to cram an entire novel onto a single page.
Right.
It becomes overwhelming and the audience tunes out.
Yeah.
Instead, focus on simplicity and clarity.
Okay.
Think of your visuals as supporting actors, not the stars of the show.
Right. So it's about using visuals to enhance your story, to highlight key points,
Yes.
to evoke emotions, not to drown the audience in information.
Exactly.
Less is definitely more in this case.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Another key tip is to use high-quality images and graphics.
Okay.
Don't just settle for whatever random clip art you find online.
Right.
Invest in professional photography or illustration that aligns with your brand and message.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
High-quality visuals make you look more professional, more credible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to use a variety of visual elements.
Okay.
Mix things up with photos, charts, graphs, icons, even short videos.
Okay.
It keeps the audience engaged and helps you convey different types of information effectively.
It's about creating a visually dynamic and memorable experience.
Mm-hmm.
What about using data visualization?
Yeah.
That seems to be a hot topic these days.
Data visualization is incredibly powerful
Okay.
because it helps us make sense of complex information in a way that's both engaging and easy to understand. Yeah.
Instead of just presenting a table of numbers,
Right.
you can use charts, graphs, and infographics to tell a story with your data.
So it's about finding creative ways to bring data to life,
Exactly.
to make it more relatable and impactful.
And with today's technology, there are so many tools and resources available to create stunning data visualizations, even if you're not a design expert.
That's encouraging to hear.
Yeah?
But even with great visuals, I imagine the delivery still plays a crucial role.
Right.
How can entrepreneurs ensure they're presenting their stories in a way that captivates their audience?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Delivery is key.
Right.
You could have the most amazing story and visuals in the world.
Yeah.
But if you mumble through it, avoid eye contact, or read directly from your slides,
Right.
you'll lose your audience's attention faster than you can say entrepreneur.
It's like the old saying, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, exactly.
So how can entrepreneurs improve their presentation skills and deliver their stories with confidence and impact? Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
There's no substitute for rehearsing your presentation until you feel comfortable and confident.
Right.
And don't just practice alone in front of your mirror.
Oh.
Get feedback from friends, colleagues, or mentors.
Right.
Ask them to be brutally honest and tell you what works and what doesn't.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Feedback is invaluable, even if it's not always easy to hear.
Yeah.
What else can entrepreneurs do to enhance their delivery?
One of the most powerful things you can do is to connect with your audience on an emotional level.
Go.
Share personal anecdotes, inject humor where appropriate, and let your passion for your story shine through.
It's about being authentic, being human,
Mm-hmm.
letting your personality come through.
Right.
People can spot a fake a mile away.
Exactly. Authenticity is key.
Okay.
And remember to use your voice effectively.
Okay.
Vary your tone, pace, and volume to emphasize key points and keep the audience engaged.
Okay.
And most importantly, make eye contact. Connect with individual members of your audience, even if it's just for a few seconds.
That makes the audience feel seen, heard, and more invested in your story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about creating a connection, building rapport, and taking your audience on a journey with you.
These are all such valuable insights.
Yeah.
And I think what's really resonating with me is the emphasis on authenticity
Wow.
and human connection.
Right.
In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information,
Mm-hmm.
it's those genuine moments, those shared experiences that truly stand out and make a lasting impact.
I agree.
What do you think, listeners? What are your biggest challenges when it comes to presenting your stories?
Yeah, let us know.
Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, it really is.
Now, we focused a lot on storytelling for external audiences like investors and customers.
Right.
But what about using storytelling internally within your own team?
Yeah.
I imagine it can be just as powerful, if not more so,
Mm-hmm.
for building a strong company culture and motivating employees.
You're spot on.
Okay.
Storytelling is a powerful tool for internal communication.
Okay.
It can help you rally your team around a shared vision, communicate change effectively,
Right.
and foster a sense of belonging and purpose.
I'm really intrigued by this idea.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on how entrepreneurs can use storytelling to inspire and motivate their teams?
One powerful approach is to tap into the company's history and values.
Okay.
Share stories about the company's origins, the challenges it overcame, and the milestones it achieved.
Right.
These stories help employees understand where the company came from,
Yeah.
what it stands for, and why their work matters.
It's like creating a shared narrative, a sense of legacy that everyone can be a part of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the power of celebrating individual and team successes.
Okay.
Share stories about employees who went above and beyond,
Right.
projects that exceeded expectations, or innovative ideas that made a difference. These stories not only recognize and reward hard work, but they also inspire others to strive for excellence.
It's about creating a culture of appreciation and recognition
Yeah.
where everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute their best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when it comes to communicating change, storytelling can be incredibly effective in helping employees understand the why behind the change,
Okay.
reducing resistance and fostering buy-in.
That's a challenge many entrepreneurs face, how to navigate change smoothly and get everyone on board.
Right.
How can storytelling help with that?
Instead of just announcing a new policy or strategy,
Okay.
try framing it as a story.
Okay.
Explain the challenges that led to the need for change.
Uh-huh.
Paint a picture of the desired future state
Okay.
and highlight how everyone's role contributes to that vision.
It's about turning a potentially dry and impersonal announcement
Right.
into a compelling narrative that people can connect with emotionally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you involve employees in the storytelling process, it becomes even more powerful.
Okay.
Encourage them to share their own stories, their perspectives on the change, and their ideas for the future.
Right.
It creates a sense of ownership and empowers them to be active participants in the company's journey.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
It turns storytelling into a collaborative effort, strengthening team bonds and fostering a sense of shared purpose.
Right.
What do you think, listeners?
Yeah.
Have you used storytelling to communicate change or build a stronger team culture?
Let us know.
We'd love to hear your experiences in the comments.
We can all learn from each other's stories.
Absolutely.
Now, shifting gears a bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about something that's often at the heart of a brand, its soul.
Yeah.
How can storytelling help entrepreneurs define and communicate their brand's essence?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with articulating what makes their brand unique and special.
Right.
It's more than just a logo or a tagline. It's something deeper, something that resonates with customers on an emotional level.
You're right.
Okay.
It's about digging deeper, unearthing the values,
Yeah.
the mission, the why behind your business.
Okay.
Why does your company exist?
Yeah.
What problem are you solving?
Right.
What impact do you want to make on the world?
It's about finding that emotional core, that authentic story that connects with your target audience and sets you apart from the competition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your brand story is not just a marketing ploy.
Right.
It's the foundation of your business.
Okay.
It's what attracts customers, inspires employees, and guides your decision-making.
So how can entrepreneurs craft a compelling brand story that truly captures their essence?
It starts with introspection.
Okay.
Ask yourself some tough questions.
All right.
What are your core values?
Uh-huh.
What are you passionate about?
Okay.
What makes your business different?
Yeah.
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
It's about going beyond the surface level and really understanding the heart and soul of your business.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Once you've defined your brand story,
Right.
you need to tell it consistently across all your channels.
Okay.
Your website, social media, marketing materials, even your customer service interactions.
Yeah.
Every touch point should reinforce your brand narrative and create a cohesive experience.
It's about weaving that story into everything you do,
Yeah.
making it an integral part of your brand identity.
Mm-hmm.
But in a world where everyone's vying for attention and trying to tell their story,
Right.
how can entrepreneurs stand out and be truly genuine?
That's where authenticity becomes paramount.
Okay.
In a world saturated with carefully curated online personas,
Right.
people crave realness.
Uh-huh.
They can spot a fake a mile away.
So how can entrepreneurs ensure their storytelling is authentic and resonates with their target audience?
It starts with self-awareness.
Okay.
What are your strengths?
Okay.
What are your weaknesses? What are you passionate about? What are your values?
Right.
Be honest with yourself and let that honesty shine through in your storytelling.
It's about being vulnerable,
Yeah,
showing your human side,
right.
even sharing your struggles and failures.
Exactly. People connect with stories that feel real.
Right.
Stories that reflect the complexities of life and business.
Uh-huh.
Don't be afraid to show your imperfections, your quirks, the things that make you unique.
It's about embracing your individuality and letting that shine through in your storytelling.
Uh-huh.
What do you think, listeners?
Yeah.
Have you found that being vulnerable and authentic in your storytelling has resonated with your audience?
Yeah, let us know.
Share your experiences in the comments below.
Yeah.
We're always eager to hear your perspectives.
Sharing our stories and learning from each other is what makes this community so valuable.
Absolutely.
Now let's move on to a topic that's often overlooked, but incredibly important.
Okay.
The power of nonverbal communication in storytelling. We've talked about crafting compelling narratives and creating engaging visuals.
Right.
But what about the unspoken cues that can make or break a story?
That's a fascinating point.
Yeah.
I think we often focus so much on the words we say
Right.
that we forget about the impact of our body language, our tone of voice, even our facial expression.
Exactly. Nonverbal communication plays a huge role in how our message is received and interpreted.
Right.
Think about it.
Okay.
You can say the most inspiring words,
Yeah.
but if you're slouching, avoiding eye contact, and speaking in a monotone voice,
Uh-huh.
your message will fall flat.
It's like the disconnect between what you say and how you say it.
Yeah, exactly.
So how can entrepreneurs become more aware of their nonverbal communication and use it to enhance their storytelling?
Awareness is the first step.
Okay.
Start paying attention to your body language when you're communicating.
All right.
Are you making eye contact?
Uh-huh.
Are you smiling?
Yeah.
Are you using hand gestures effectively? Are you standing tall and projecting confidence?
It's about becoming more mindful of how we present ourselves, even in casual conversations.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And once you're more aware of your nonverbal cues, you can start to consciously control them and use them to your advantage.
So, for example, if you're telling a story about a time you overcame a major challenge,
Right.
you might stand tall, use strong hand gestures,
Uh-huh.
and project your voice to convey confidence and resilience.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Or if you're sharing a personal anecdote to connect with your audience on an emotional level,
All right.
you might soften your tone of voice, make eye contact,
Yeah.
and use subtle facial expressions to convey empathy and vulnerability.
It's about aligning your nonverbal communication with your message
Uh-huh.
to create a more impactful and authentic experience for your audience.
Precisely.
Uh,
And remember, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
The more you consciously work on your nonverbal communication, the more natural and effective it will become.
It's like any skill. The more you practice, the better you get.
Exactly.
Now, we've talked a lot about storytelling techniques and strategies,
Right.
but I'm wondering, are there any common pitfalls entrepreneurs should avoid when it comes to storytelling?
There are definitely some common mistakes I see entrepreneurs make that can hinder their storytelling efforts.
Okay.
One of the biggest is making the story all about themselves or their product,
Right.
rather than focusing on the customer or the problem they're solving.
So it's not about boasting about your accomplishments or features.
Yeah.
It's about highlighting how you're helping others achieve their goal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Remember, people are inherently self-interested.
Yeah.
They want to know what's in it for them.
Right.
So frame your stories in a way that resonates with their needs and aspirations.
It's about shifting the focus from me to you
Right.
and demonstrating empathy and understanding.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Another common mistake is neglecting the emotional aspect of storytelling.
Okay.
Data and logic are important, but without an emotional connection, your story won't resonate with your audience.
It's about tapping into those feelings of hope, inspiration, or even urgency to truly captivate your listeners.
Exactly.
Right.
And don't be afraid to show your vulnerability.
Right.
Sharing your own struggles and failures can make your story more relatable and human.
It's about being real, being authentic,
Yeah,
and showing that you're not afraid to be human.
exactly.
Right.
Another pitfall is trying to be too perfect or polished in your storytelling.
Yeah.
People can spot a fake a mile away.
So it's better to be genuine and imperfect than to try to present a flawless facade.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Embrace your quirks, your imperfections, the things that make you unique.
Right.
It's those little details that make your story memorable and relatable.
It's about being comfortable in your own skin and letting that authenticity shine through.
Exactly.
Okay.
And finally, don't underestimate the power of practice and feedback.
Yeah.
Rehearse your stories, get feedback from trusted sources,
Right.
and be open to making adjustments.
It's about continuously refining your craft and striving for excellence.
Absolutely.
Right.
Storytelling is a skill.
Yeah.
And like any skill, it takes time and effort to master.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
Yeah, it really has.
We've covered so much ground, from the neuroscience of storytelling to the power of nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
But before we move on to our final thoughts,
Okay.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge our amazing listeners.
Yeah.
You're the reason we do this.
That's right.
And we're so grateful for your support.
Absolutely.
We're constantly inspired by your entrepreneurial spirit and your dedication to making a difference in the world.
We are.
And we love hearing from you.
We do.
So if you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Yeah.
We're here to support you on your entrepreneurial journey in any way we can.
We're a community of learners and collaborators.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we believe that everyone has a story to tell.
Now, as we wrap up this deep dive into the art of storytelling,
Okay.
I want to leave you with one final thought.
Right.
The power of a story is undeniable.
It is.
It can inspire, it can motivate, it can change hearts and minds.
It can.
So entrepreneurs, embrace the power of your story.
Yeah.
Tell it with passion, tell it purpose,
Yes.
and watch as it transforms your business and your life.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure exploring this fascinating topic with you.
The pleasure is all ours.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if you're enjoying this deep dive and want to explore more insightful content for entrepreneurs, be sure to like and subscribe to the SunTrust Foundation channel.
Right?
We're dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs like you with the knowledge and resources you need to succeed.
We're here to help you navigate the challenges and celebrate the triumphs of the entrepreneurial journey.
And now we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What are your burning challenges when it comes to storytelling?
Right.
What topics would you like us to cover in future episodes?
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
We're always looking for new ways to support and inspire our amazing community of entrepreneurs.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep telling your story.
It's amazing how stories can weave together a company's past, present, and future,
Yeah.
creating a sense of continuity and shared purpose.
Right?
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that often gets overlooked:
Okay.
the power of silence in storytelling.
Interesting.
I know it sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out.
Yeah.
We've talked about crafting compelling narratives, using powerful visuals, and mastering nonverbal communication.
Right.
But sometimes the most impactful moments in a story are the ones where we pause,
Yeah.
where we allow the audience to absorb what we've said, to let it sink in.
That's a really insightful observation.
Okay.
We live in a world of constant noise and stimulation,
Right.
so those moments of silence can be incredibly powerful. They
Yeah.
create a sense of anticipation,
Mhm.
they allow for reflection, and they give the audience a chance to connect with the emotions of the story on a deeper level.
It's like the difference between a painting that's crammed with detail
Right.
and one that uses negative space to draw the viewer's eye to the most important element.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about a powerful speech or a dramatic scene in a movie.
Okay.
Often the most impactful moments are the ones where there's a pause,
Yeah.
a moment of silence before the climax,
Mhm.
before the big reveal.
Okay.
It allows the tension to build,
Uh-huh.
it heightens the emotions, and it
Yes.
makes the resolution that much more satisfying.
It's like the silence before a storm or the stillness in the air after a snowfall.
Yeah,
It creates a sense of awe and wonder.
precisely.
Yeah.
And in storytelling, those moments of silence can be just as effective.
Okay.
They give the audience a chance to catch their breath, to process what they've heard,
Uh-huh.
and to connect with the story on a more visceral level.
So it's not just about what we say. It's also about when we choose not to say anything at all.
Exactly.
It's about using silence strategically to enhance the emotional impact of our stories.
Uh-huh.
Are there any other tips or techniques entrepreneurs can use to harness the power of silence in their storytelling?
One technique is to use pauses strategically. After you've made a key point or shared a powerful anecdote, pause for a moment.
Right.
Let the words hang in the air. Give the audience a chance to absorb them.
It's like giving the audience a moment to savor the flavor, to
Yeah.
let the message sink in.
Exactly.
Uh,
Another technique is to use silence to create a sense of anticipation.
okay.
If you're building up to a climax or a big reveal, pause just before the moment of truth.
Right.
It creates a sense of suspense, like the silence before a thunderclap.
It's like that moment in a scary movie where the music stops
Uh-huh.
and you know something's about to happen.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And finally, don't be afraid to use silence to convey emotions. Sometimes the most powerful way to express grief, joy, or love is through a simple, heartfelt silence.
It's the language of the soul,
Yeah,
the language that transcends words.
exactly.
Yeah.
So entrepreneurs, don't underestimate the power of silence in your storytelling.
Right.
Use it wisely, use it strategically,
Mhm.
and watch as it elevates your stories to a whole new level.
This has been such an enlightening conversation.
It has.
We've explored so many facets of storytelling, from the neuroscience to the subtle nuances of silence.
Yeah.
But now it's time to bring our deep dive to a close.
Okay.
Before we do, I want to remind you that the SunTrust Foundation channel is here to support you on your entrepreneurial journey.
Absolutely.
We offer a wealth of resources, including workshops, webinars, and mentorship programs designed to help you succeed.
We're passionate about empowering entrepreneurs, and we believe that everyone has the potential to achieve their dreams.
And we love hearing from you.
We do.
So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future episodes, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always looking for ways to better serve our community of entrepreneurs.
We're in this together.
And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the art of storytelling,
Yeah.
be sure to like and subscribe to the SunTrust Foundation channel for more insightful content.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep telling your story.
Until next time, may your stories be compelling, your visuals be captivating, and your silence be golden.